accessories or your TV and your DVD player and all of these expensive things that you have in your home, how are you going to protect them from that power surge? From that, we had this ridiculous electrical storm a couple of nights ago in the middle of the night where it was like every half a second, the whole sky was illuminated. Pivot Power will come to your rescue, and we have two colors. We have black and we have white in this flexible 6-outlet surge protector by Quirky. It's customer top rated, so you can read those reviews at your leisure. 70,000 ordered, but that being said, there will be no reorders on this one. And with the buy more, save more, and the free shipping and handling, couldn't be more affordable. Mr. Craig Smith, because that stuff is expensive and this is not, and why would we not have this?
And this is upgraded jewel protection compared to the first Pivot Power that Quirky brought here to QVC. It's 1,080 joules, and you're kind of saying, well, what exactly does that mean? You can buy power strips anywhere. You can buy quote-unquote surge protectors anywhere.
Sure.
But a lot of the ones you find at like the dollar store, places like that, they may be 200 joules of protection, 400 joules of protection. That may not be enough for when you do get that big lightning strike or you lose power and it turns back on again, and then you get that power surge. This is 1,080 joules of protection. So in your TV, your computer, all that expensive stuff that you have plugged in, it's going to help protect those things when you need it.
So the surge protection is cool, but you might be looking at this and saying, all right, so it's like a snake. Why is that awesome?
Well, the reason for that is they redesigned what a power strip is all about. That's the really cool thing about Quirky. They're all about making invention accessible. And this idea was developed by a guy named Jake in his garage in Wisconsin, because he said, you know what? I'm dealing with this old school power strip, but nowadays I have these large, awkward plugs. And when you try to take these large plugs and put them in the old school power strip, you run out of space so quickly. So here's,
because these things, sometimes they're huge.
Yeah, you got these massive plugs, or you try to play this game where you put one on the end and then you step on it, you kind of knock it out of the plug.
Right.
This old school power strip just doesn't work for the technology we have today. You look at the Pivot Power, first of all, it's longer, so it's 17 inches long, so substantially larger than an old school power strip.
Right.
But the cool thing is just the flexibility. So here's two massive plugs side by side. And because I can bend and flex, that's why you have this really cool design, is now you can take this awkward cell phone charger that sticks out to the side.
It's a very kind way of putting it. It's awkward.
I don't know why they do this. These really awkward plugs like this, but we all have them for so many different things that we use on a day-to-day basis. Because I can bend and flex the Pivot Power.
You sort of separated that one out to give it the extra space.
Yeah, I gave it that little flex that we have right there, and now you can see we have 6 different awkward large plugs.
Yep.
Every single one of them works on the Pivot Power. That's the big advantage there.
Your shipping and handling is free, so there's no shipping and handling charge for this one. And the first one is $29.98, because you probably will want more than one for that protection in the office or the computer room, in your TV room, where all the cell phones go in the kitchen. And this is truly that difference, because this flexes, it accommodates. You can kind of hide this one a little bit better, or you, like you're showing there, you can kind of bend it around
table legs.
Yeah,
stuff
like around a table. And look at all of those were giant plugs that were in there, and they all worked.
And they're all awkward plugs, and these are the things we deal with on a regular basis. And you talked about having it in multiple rooms. When I got my first Pivot Power, I had it for my office. So it was computer, it was router, it was printer that I have a paper shredder in there, and then I had a lamp plugged in. And then I thought, you know what? It's also going to work in the entertainment center down in the basement where the kids have the Wii and the television set and the cable box. Another great spot, in the bedroom. Because think about what you used to have next to your bed. You used to have just a lamp and an alarm clock. That was it. Now we're charging phones. Now we have sleep number beds. Now we have so many more things.
Right, the sleep number bed.
Yeah, that we're plugging in, and typically you just have 2 little outlets in your bedroom.
And that is a huge investment. Yes. Your sleep number bed. That's something you want to have for 20 years if you play all your cards right. So this will help to protect that as well. And we do have the white and the black. We've got that buy more, save more, which I think is great, because since you probably will purchase maybe 2 or 3, depending on how many rooms you're retrofitting, $29.98 for the first one, $25.98 for every additional, because of that buy more, save more. No shipping and handling, saving you $5 on that for every single one that you're bringing home. And this really should be kind of a must. Like if you have someone in the family that's going into an apartment for the very first time, this is, I mean, it might not be like, you know, the coolest sort of bath salts housewarming gift, but this is, you know what, I care about your money and what you're investing in, and this is going to be super cool.
I think it's cooler than bath salts. That's my personal opinion. That's just my style.
Because you're an electronics expert. You're supposed to think this is cooler than bath salts.
By the way, if you have a high school graduate who's heading off to college next year, and they have to share that room with somebody,
yikes.
Not a lot of outlets to go around.
That's
now they can plug in all their stuff because you have that flexibility. all of those large awkward plugs, even the regular plugs you use on a regular basis, are going to be able to fit here on the pivot
Well,
power.
you know what, even just a lot of the older homes, the older apartments don't have enough outlets, and even if they do have the outlets, they don't have the protection. So how has this been beefed up from the previous version?
The older version had about 500 to 600 joule protection. This has 1,080 joule protection. So again, for those power surges that come through the line, this is going to help protect your electronic devices.
So incredibly cool. No reorders on this particular design, so it's a great value. It's a buy more, save more with free shipping and handling, and it's top rated. It's not like people didn't love it. So go to QVC.com and take a look at some of the reviews that were left there before you even make your purchase. With over 70,000 ordered, you know they got to be doing something.